Listen to the song before I talk. I couldn't get it out of my head.
You couldn't, right? But Mike's alive, by the way. Just want to let you know that.
That's good. I kept everything PG.
You did. It was actually really good. I appreciate that. You know, time flies when you're having fun, but we have a long time to go still. And next up, speaking of community associations, we're now getting into something else, right?
We're getting into mosquito season.
Mosquito season, that is correct.
Yeah, they always talk about Houston doesn't have seasons, but that's not true.
Yeah.
We have the
hot and
cockroach
cold
season.
Yeah.
We've got the mosquito season. We've got hurricane
Flying
season.
roach season.
And, 9 months of summer.
Yeah. Yeah.
So-
I always thought it was hot.
Love
and
bug
then very
season.
hot, then extremely hot, and then humidity.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Welcome to Houston, right? And so, since this is your invitee, I think you should introduce him, Joe.
My invitee.
Invitee.
Yes, Mr. Tommy Warren. Crazy thing. We connected on LinkedIn and just we're talking back and forth, just business stuff. And I said, man, we need to get you on the show. And mosquitoes is definitely an issue in Houston, and certainly affects homeowners and that sort of thing. And he also does landscape lighting, and both of which I thought was relevant for this time of year. And after we booked him on the show and everything, come to find out that my business partner, Troy, his wife, Nicole, is Tommy's daughter.
What a coincidence.
I had no idea.
What a coincidence.
How did that happen?
Yeah.
Boy, I know
the
Joe is
proverbial
not that
small
dumb.
world.
Anyway, Tommy, welcome to the show. We're glad to have you. And this is the time of year that people, we talk a lot about people don't buy houses anymore. They buy lifestyles. And one of the lifestyles that people are really looking at, having outdoor kitchens and things like that. But what goes along with that is you have to be out with, all the elements, which is often mosquitoes and other flying insects. So talk to me about, what you do and how you do it and what you recommend for homeowners who want to go out inside and enjoy their backyards.
Okay, sir, sure will. First, I want to thank y'all for inviting me. I've always been told I had the perfect face for radio, so here I am.
You're in good company.
Yes, the
Must have the
mosquito.
same moms.
There you go. The mosquito control system is probably the feature item here today, and if you can kind of imagine an irrigation system that's mounted on the eaves of your house or the top of your fence, nozzles are spaced about 10 feet apart, and twice a day it sprays a pyrethrin, which is a botanical pesticide not harmful to humans or pets. And this kills the mosquitoes. It actually breaks the breeding cycle, and truly in a matter of 3 days, you'll notice a very significant difference of not having any mosquitoes in your backyard.
Do they go around like the perimeter of your fence, or how does that work?
Yes, sir. We go around the perimeter of fence, generally across the eaves of the house in the back. Occasionally, a client will have us put a couple of nozzles around the front door so the mosquitoes won't come in when guests are there. But mosquitoes are predominantly bred in moist conditions like
Houston.
ponds, fountains, ponds and fountains, mulch in the flower beds. You can't breed mosquitoes on a concrete slab, but all the perimeter items around it is where they're actually breeding and developing.
Well, pretty much any standing water will breed mosquitoes. Because I noticed after a big rainstorm, water pools anywhere in the yard, all of a sudden you'll have, a flurry of mosquitoes.
An interesting caveat to that is the mosquitoes lay their eggs generally about 1 inch above wherever the existing water they're Mosquitoes all eat algae is what they live on. Only the female mosquitoes bite. And they do that because they need mammal blood to incubate their eggs.
Yeah, you're writing my script for me, aren't you? Someone's, but only the females bite. There's a lesson to be learned there, folks.
Rob wants to become a mosquito, by the way. He wants to be the male mosquito of the group.
Well, another interesting fact is these eggs can lie dormant up to 2 years. And if the water rises enough to cover them, they'll hatch, even though they've been laid 2 years previously.
Rob, I just want to point out that the ladies who listen to the show would point out that the males are scum suckers.
But moving on.
And for all those listening, we do love Rob, by the way.
Yeah. So after a rainstorm, that's often why we see so many mosquitoes kind of come out.
Exactly.
How long does it take them to hatch after they get in the water?
A day.
A day.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
1 day to hatch after the water rises.
Is there anything you can spray in the eggs to prevent that from
Well,
hatching?
our pyrethrin that we spray actually terminates the eggs too. It will destroy the egg.
And my question always is, so, these systems, because obviously it's a spray that comes out, I guess, you mentioned within 3 days you'd have probably no more mosquitoes around there. I mean, how does that sort of work? I mean, does the wind not take it away? Does it settle to the ground? I mean, what's sort of the technology around how it's able to effectively, manage the mosquitoes?
In an ideal situation, they said the nozzles are spaced 10 feet apart, and, excuse me, said that we spray it twice a day because it's so mild, but yes, it just falls on the ground, and there's a residue that lasts until the sun either destroys it or more rain destroys it. So we spray twice a day. The best description I've ever given on what the system looks like is if you had 25 or 30 of your neighbors come over and spray aerosol cans at the same time twice a day is what it looks like.
Really? Well,
So
Joe,
all I need is about 30 people to come over twice a day, and I don't have to buy one of these systems. So
Exactly.
That's what I heard.
Yeah, exactly. You need to be there sun up and sun down.
hey, we're having an aerosol party today. Come on over, guys.
Come on over, guys. Here's your can.
or go find 6,000 geckos to hang out in your yard.
Yeah. So you said it's a botanical spray.
Yes, sir. It's the predominant ingredient in it is from the chrysanthemum plant, which is predominantly raised in Africa. It's a cash crop of Africa. And when they bring the pyrethrum over here, they mix it with other chemicals to hold it in suspension and to assist it. And that mixture is called pyrethrin, I-N. And that's what we mix with water. In a 55-gallon system, which is a normal system with a reservoir, you put a half a gallon of the chemical in 55 gallons of water.
And it's totally not harmful to pets or anything. I mean, if you got it on your skin or whatever, it's not a big deal.
Exactly. It's no big deal at all. I certainly wouldn't recommend drinking it, but no,
Darn.
we've been doing it.
Dang it, we were trying to put it in Joe's drink
mental
this
note.
morning.
Yeah. Don't drink
Stop
the poison.
drinking the pyrethrin.
Pyrethrin.
Now, does it impact any other
Pyrethrin.
insects, spiders, or anything else that's out there?
Yes, sir. Up at Lake Livingston, we put a couple of systems in, and they put them in to control the spider population.
Oh, wow.
There's a lot of issues up with lakes or spiders.
You said spider, not spousal, right?
Not-
Right.
Okay. Just want to make sure.
Totally not harmful to spiders. So he says.
According to my research, it has little effect on the spouses. So,
Yeah, okay, gotcha.
unfortunately.
Just want to make sure. It's always good to clarify those right there.
So, in other words, it's not going to control just the mosquito population. It's going to help, curtail spiders and things like that.
Yes, sir. And if you have pets, what got me into it was my other daughter, not the one y'all mentioned, but my other daughter has some little Yorkie dogs, and she heard about this and had me investigate it. This thing kills fleas and ticks too.
Oh, wow.
Any kind of insect that'll bite you, and it's small. Now, it's not good for controlling wasps or bees because the insects are so much bigger and this chemical's just not strong enough.
So, one of the things we want to warn everybody, don't take a pet to somebody who has a mosquito system and say, hey, and throw them up to the spout and, go ahead and spray them right there. That's not the recommended solution to get rid of ticks or lice or mice or anything else like
Funny,
that.
Chris, I was not even thinking about that.
I was like, man, I could save a
I'm just
trip
not so
to the
sure
vet.
how your brain.
I go right up there and go, okay, come here, girl.
Hose them down.
Yeah, there it is, right there.
That's pretty good. So, Tommy, what is the basis of cost for this? Is it the size of the yard? I mean, how does that work?
Yes, sir. An average yard, residential yard, will require 25 to 30 nozzles. Those systems sell for right at $2,500 a piece. Now, that's installed, taxes paid, chemical in the drum. And let me say there's two types of systems. There's a drum system and a tankless system. The tankless is the newest thing out. It actually mixes the product and the water together right before every spray.
Wow.
The tank system, you pre-mix it and it's in a reservoir. Now, very frankly, in my mind, the only advantage is the tankless is considerably smaller. It's about 2 feet by 2 feet versus the size of a 55-gallon drum.
Gotcha. And is there any cost difference between those two?
Yes, sir, there is. The tankless runs about $500 more than the barrel type does.
Well, that's not too bad. We're looking at getting a pool put in this summer, and that's mosquitoes is definitely on the radar now. As I had previously not spent as much time in the yard, although I'm envisioning that a lot more. And when I was in the yard, I was cooking and smoking, and that kind of took care of a lot of the mosquito problems right there.
Yes,
That's like a good cigar to get rid of.
Now, Joe, I didn't think you were
nothing like a good cigar to get rid of a
I think you were going to look for a new home with a pool, I thought.
Yeah.
No.
Isn't that correct, Kim?
Yes, that's right, Kim.
No, she has
with a new
talked
pool.
me into installing a pool, and so we're in the process of working on that.
Sounds good. Now, are you digging the hole right now?
I am digging the hole.
You're having like a dig party?
I've got a goal. She set for me 4 feet square a day.
Okay.
What could go wrong, folks?
What could go wrong? Joe's going to post on the internet, the do-it-yourself pool.
Yes.
It's going to be a big mud pit out there. He's like, come on, have a good time.
Full of mosquitoes, by the
We
way.
are going to be doing it ourselves. I'm not joking.
You see? I told you. I knew it.
I'm not digging it, I can assure you.
That's why he has 2 children.
Yes. He's on to me.
And that's why he's really interested in mosquito system, because he knows he's going to be working all that mud.
Yeah, man. I tell you what, mosquitoes definitely are on the radar now in a new way. So
I understand. Well, how can we reach you if we want to get one of those mosquito systems put in, if you don't mind?
We have 3 separate web pages. All of them are American Outdoor, and one is American Outdoor Mosquito Control. So you can reach us through that, through Mistaway, which is a company that actually manufactures the systems, or call us at 832-641-0169.
That is awesome. You can go to Mistaway. Great time if you start considering a mosquito system in your home. Time flies, you're having fun. We still have 30 more minutes to go. Before we do so, we have to let our sponsors have a good run at this.
Have a say, right?
They have to say so in this show, so stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Object like me, you can bet as sure as you